After 3 years of calling this flat my home, I am now moving. Where I am moving is still London. It is still in Hackney. It is just a different home, or a different place I will eventually come to call home, hopefully. Why I'm moving? That's probably the bigger story, so let's go sit on the couch to discuss. So 3 years ago, I have a thumbnail from when I first moved into this apartment. It was a different couch and a different time, 3 years ago to be precise. And it was the first apartment, first home I had in London. And I've really loved living here. I love this apartment. I love the location. I love all of the bits and pieces I've accumulated over the last 3 years to really call it a home. But I am moving, and today is a particularly tough move because the reason I'm moving is because Liam and I have decided to end our relationship, which is very hard to share with the internet. It's very personal. I definitely won't be going into any details about that. That is just between Liam and I, and this decision that we've come to together to end the relationship, we've been working on and talking through for months now. We've, been very adult, very mature to work through this together and kind of come to this conclusion. So ultimately, it is for the best for each of us, and we still have a lot of love and respect for each other. I've enjoyed the length of the process that it's taken because for anyone who doesn't know, we've been together for 9 years, so you don't just unravel 9 years overnight. But definitely feels very real saying this right now. It's obviously very, 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 very emotional, and it's a huge roller coaster of feelings and thoughts, and I'm going through all of that, but I'm not sharing it with the internet. What I am sharing is that I'm moving because we're in London town. I've made quite a few moving videos and apartment hunting videos. Ironically, this moving video does not have with it an apartment hunting video because I've chosen to move into a share house. I want to be with and around other people. I also want to, have some savings, lol. So I didn't do like an apartment hunting video for this because obviously when I was like apartment hunting, I was just going into real everyday lives of people who are living in that space. They're not moving on, that is their space. So obviously that would be a bit too intrusive to film. So no apartment hunting video, but you do get a moving day video.
Constant learning to flow. All the unknown lemons thrown may look different from what you've dreamed. Colors and contrast making it art. What if happy can be built? Tuning into all that's good. Lucky I learned what lemons can do. Lucky they led me here with you.
Let's see how much dust is on this dank rug that we've had under our bed for like 2 years. So this is the Dyson at the moment. It's all empty, as you can see. I just emptied it. Let's see.
Ain't it funny? Thought I was.
I know this is really gross, but I love seeing the amount of dust the Dyson picks up. So if anyone was interested, this is all of the dust that was sitting underneath our bed. That's pretty fucking gross. Also, just flipped the rug over and turns out it's like way more colourful on the other side, as the sun has not been diluting it. So that's good to know. I'll use the other side when I move. I'm taking this rug just because I like that on a bed space. It just kind of like frames the bed and makes it feel like, yeah, that's your little bed space. But I've always hated these tassels on the rug, so I'm just gonna chop them off because I don't know, you can do that. We'll find out what it looks like later, but for now I think it's worth it. Yeah, much cleaner, much cleaner.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way. Live your truth and good will come to you. Home, sweet home. Home, sweet home.
This is really tough. I am mentally and physically exhausted doing this move. Just packing all of my life up on my own, hiring these random people on the internet to help me move, and then having to unpack it all on the other end. Luckily I had Lauren, who came and helped yesterday. She made my bed for me so I didn't have to, I had somewhere to sleep last night. I'm just resting in between whenever I can to get through it.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow. somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
It has been a few days since I have moved in to my new home, to my new room. I'm in a flat share and I have this beautiful, huge room. I am so grateful for the size of the room. It feels so spacious, and I am deeply grateful for the view outside my room. It looks onto these beautiful big green trees and it just feels like an oasis. I feel like I'm up in the middle of the trees, even though I'm in the middle of London. So I moved 2 days ago and it was pretty stressful. I started packing up my home on Monday and it was very, very, very busy. I was packing up a lot of boxes, but I was also trying to take my time with it. I didn't want to do it all last minute. And also, obviously, I was only able to do it at the end of each workday or in the morning because I had trouble sleeping, waking up quite early and getting some boxes done. Turns out I had a lot more stuff than I ever thought I could have accumulated in 3 years. I know 3 years is a long time, but equally I came over with like 2.5 suitcases between two people. Wait, that's a lie, because we also had our bike boxes, which were packed to the brim with things. But it felt like we were moving with minimal stuff, and then slowly I accumulated a lot more. And so yeah, I packed all of that up, and then on Saturday the movers came and that was okay. They had a lot of stairs to hike all my stuff up, so I really appreciated them doing that. But on my way over from my old house to this new house, I actually had my first bike crash. So that was pretty scary. I guess it was just a combination of being physically and emotionally exhausted. It was a path I've ridden like hundreds of times, if not thousands. Like I've ridden that path so often. And yeah, I just stumbled, got thrown off my bike, landed like a good distance away from my bike, only got scratched up, which like honestly so lucky. I am insanely, I want to say grateful, but I should just say glad, because we should all be wearing them. I was wearing my helmet because I did hit my head and I felt that impact on my helmet. And I'm just so glad I wore my helmet that day. I have definitely been trying to wear it way more often. I unlearnt the habit of wearing helmets when I moved to London, because in Sydney it's illegal to ride without a helmet. So I never would have gotten on a bike without a helmet in the past. But when I moved to London, I stopped wearing them for some reason. It just felt like it was the done thing. And then I got some comments from people really politely and encouraging me to wear my helmet. And I read those and I was like, yeah, those people are so right. I should. And I don't want to encourage cycling around without a helmet. So yeah, I've been trying to feel myself only wearing helmets. Of course, sometimes like you go out, you don't expect to ride home, and then like it's a sneaky one. It's a bit cheeky, but I don't think I want to do that again. So thank you to the people who left those comments. I appreciate it. Because yeah, obviously it could have been much worse. How I hit my head, if like I could feel the impact on my whole right side. I essentially like landed on my right side, like my phone camera was like a bit smashed, and yeah, just this whole right side of my body has been a bit bruised and damaged. But yeah, could have been so much worse. So glad I was wearing a helmet. Really cannot stress enough how much you need to be wearing helmets, because yeah, that was a type of lane, a cycle I've done hundreds of times before, and that was just one of the days where, because I guess I was physically and emotionally exhausted, I just stumbled and yeah, got thrown off my bike. I had the most lovely woman in the world rescue me. She came over. It was her son's 6th birthday in the park. They sat me down, they got me water, they cleaned me up, they gave me cake. Every little child at that 6th birthday party gave me a hug. They literally were like the shining beacon of humanity that day. I was so blessed to have them in that moment. I felt so cared for, so looked after. I finally did make it to the house, but obviously I was pretty fragile at that stage. So my lovely friend Lauren came over and made my bed for me and cooked me dinner and got me all settled in. So that has been so lovely of her. I realize right now that this is the exact same situation you've seen plenty of times before, sans the inbuilt bedside tables. So potentially, did I move or did I just remove the bedside tables? You will never know. But yeah, it's a huge roller coaster of emotions and it's a huge journey. And I'm also just making sure I give myself lots of patience and kindness. And, you know, I would put the desk together, which I felt very empowered to do so. And then I rested here for 2 hours. Like that was one task. And then I fell asleep for 2 hours. And then equally I did like that poster. And then I watched Drag Race, had some lunch, like a few hours passed before I did the next poster. So I have the gift of time and I'm taking my time. But equally I'm wanting to make it a home as soon as possible because I feel like I'll just feel much more settled and I can kind of go out into the world a little bit more like in my space. This is my little oasis, a room of one's own, if you will. So that's the update. I have moved. I'm navigating a breakup, which is so painful. It is truly a grieving process. I am very hopeful and optimistic, but equally I am absolutely gutted, broken, heartsick, and all those things are okay. Just gonna take it as it comes and feel all the feels, not gonna suppress anything, and be really kind to myself. I definitely wish my family were nearby, but they've been completely here for me over FaceTime and texts and everything. And yeah, this is 30, starting over. I'll probably create a series about it maybe. Let me know if you'd want to know that or if it would just be too sad. No, it's not sad, just, you know, too emotional. But I feel like this could be a little bit of a starting over at 30s clickbaity title series, but not just clickbait because it is my real life. This is what it looks like. Definitely didn't think I would be here, but you know, you never do you? So I did an IKEA order. I've got a thing for my desk to help raise the monitor and have like a little space to put my laptop at the end of the day. I got a little light to put next to my bed because obviously before I had inbuilt bedside tables and lights. I got some cable management things, pretty cute little case. Some spare boxes to put things in, like bits and bobs. And then the main one is this big bedside table. I pretty much just got the brightest, most colourful one that I liked the design of. It probably doesn't really match anything else, but I think it will bring me joy. So now I can just make that up and start to move all of this stuff I have currently next to my bed onto it. It's very bright. Should bring a lot of joy, hopefully. Gonna follow the instructions, obviously.